Hey y'all, welcome in. Alright, the list is open. I'm not sure if Sade is here currently, but it's first come, first serve, okay? So whoever sends their question. Alright, Heather, I just got yours. Alright, so you're gonna be first, and then whenever Sade gets in the chat and drops their question, then they'll be up next, okay? Remember that the list is open only for 3 hours at a time, or a day, okay? um, and I will be drawing the winner on the 29th for the raffle. Alright, welcome in, welcome in. I'll plug in my mic in just 1 second. Make it. Alright, so Heather. Alright, so Heather, you'll be putting 3 times. And then it's Pretty Girl Mel after Heather. Welcome in. Alright, let's see. Sorry, 1 second, guys. I gotta do this first so I don't forget the names. Alright. Welcome in. Alright, so Heather, you will be first. Let's see. You guys can hear me okay? Alright, so Heather, your timestamp's gonna start at 10 minutes. Alright. Okay, good. Good, I'm glad, because sometimes I feel like I'm annoying you guys, but I don't mean to be. But I know some people don't get notified all the time when it comes to the channel itself, so I just wanted to let you guys know. Alright. Get this plugged in. Alright, so Heather, your first question. You said best way to find a new tech job. Alright, let's see. Alright, so for Heather, what's the best way for Heather to find a new tech job? Let's see. What is the best way for Heather to find a new tech job? Definitely keep your options open, okay? Like apply to multiple types of tech jobs, okay? Don't just focus too much on one or two. Apply to multiple, okay? Even when it comes to like distance, okay? I'm not sure if you're looking for something like close to you or further from you, but I would apply to both, like tech jobs that are close to you physically, maybe even, work from home jobs if that's the type of thing you're looking for. Like have a variety of types of tech jobs that you're applying for, okay? Don't just settle on one thing, okay? If that makes sense. We do have the 4 wands here, so you could possibly get some sort of opportunity, or you might have better luck when it comes to some sort of work from home tech job, okay? Especially if you're like a beginner. All right, so let's see. I'm also hearing pour love into yourself, okay? We have the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. So the more youthful you appear, the more youthful, I want to say that you look even, okay? When it comes to like how you dress and things like that, when it comes to interviews, obviously, be professional, but make sure you present yourself in a, I don't know why I want to say this, but make sure you don't dress like an old lady. Okay, I'm not saying you dress like that because I don't know how you dress, obviously, but I'm hearing like don't dress like an old lady. Make sure you dress. I want to say modern. Okay, let's say that. Okay. Let's see. How can Heather get a tech job? Or best way for Heather to get a new tech job? Let's see. You might need to do something on a whim too. Or, that's what I'm saying. Like, definitely apply for all types of things. You might just feel like, oh, do I really need to apply for that one? Yes, apply for that one. The one at a distance, the one online, the one that's work from home. Keep a variety of types of tech jobs. Don't feel like you shouldn't apply for something, if that makes sense, okay? And then we have a King of Cups. Yeah, be open to change. Okay, there's something about you needing to be open to different types of. I don't. I feel like I've said tech jobs like 20 times already. But yeah, definitely be open to jobs at a distance and change. Okay, or different types of tech jobs. Let's see. We have the Nine of Swords reverse. Also, don't be afraid to be a little bit competitive. Okay, and not in like a obviously not in like an angry way, but when it comes to applying for certain jobs, make sure you like follow up with them. Okay, I don't know if that's something you do or don't do already, but make sure you make yourself seen, okay, so that people know who you are. When you call back, sometimes people or interviewers are more likely to, oh yeah, we did interview you. Oh, sometimes they forget. There's excuse me, there's a bunch of reasons why somebody may not, why they may quote unquote skip over an application. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you put yourself out there and make yourself known. Okay. Um, let's see. So I'm seeing a LinkedIn profile. Okay. I don't know if you have one of those, but I'm seeing, how people have LinkedIn profiles. Okay. So you might want to create one of those if you don't have one already. Let's see. What's the Justice reverse here? And the Queen of Wands too. It's like whenever you're, I want to say whenever, okay? Whenever you get a new tech job, something about your looks, other people may feel like your looks played a part into why you got some sort of job, okay? But, you know, if you got the job, you got the job, okay? So I'm not saying that's all a job would be hiring you for, obviously not, but um, I feel like your looks are definitely a big factor into, you know, landing a position. When you look good, you feel good, people take you more seriously, you know what I'm saying? So definitely put, like I said, I don't want you to take that in any type of offensive way, because I'm not saying it like that, but make sure you present yourself in a way that, you feel confident, you look good, and yeah, something about being youthful or appearing youthful, okay? But let's see, anything else? Best way for Heather to get a new tech job. Yeah, we got the Lovers. Ooh, and the Nine of Wands. Don't try not to hide, okay? Don't hide yourself. Do not hide yourself. And don't be afraid to, play a little bit dirty, okay? And I don't mean be aggressive, I hope that makes sense, but make sure you put yourself out there. Don't feel bad if, there's somebody else, in the same building as you and you're like, "Oh, we're interviewing for the same job. Hope you get it." Like if you don't hope that this person gets that job, you don't have to say anything like that. Walk in confidently, appear confident, things like that. Okay? I feel like a lot of this has to do with how you appear. Um especially if you're just starting out somewhere, okay? I hope that makes sense. Let's see. I mean, you can be business casual and still be, modern. And don't give up, okay? I don't know why it's telling me for you to be greedy. Okay, but we have the Eight of Cups reversed, so maybe apply again, okay? I've done that before. I've waited some months and then applied to the same job, and then they hired me. They're probably like, here, damn. But don't be afraid to try again or apply again when it comes to certain places, okay? Because as long as they still got the job posted, you can apply again, you know? All right, let's see. What's your second one? Because I'm hearing like personality hire too, okay? So something about your personality definitely would be important in this, I want to say hiring process or interview process at some of these places, okay? So let's see. Let me scroll back up to your second question. You said, is your old job going to haunt you / try to interfere with you getting a new job? All right, let's see. Definitely don't tell them. I don't know if you already told them what your plans are or something like that, but definitely don't tell your coworkers where you're off to next or what you're trying to do next, because been there, done that. They will be being petty with you. All right, but let's see. So is Heather's old job going to try to interfere with her getting a new job? Let's see. Is Heather's old job going to try to interfere with her getting a new job? Let's see. Well, they definitely won't be happy. Okay. We got the Ten of Cups reversed. Okay. Especially if you've been at a certain company for a long time. Yeah, they're going to feel like, oh, you're leaving us? You're leaving us? Yeah, and Five of Wands reversed. They won't directly say things to you, but you will see it when it comes to how they're like, people's demeanor. You will notice they'll feel some type of way. Okay? So definitely I would not tell them what your next plans are, just to, avoid that conflict. All right, so let's see. Well, if you edited it, I feel like that's, you could take credit for what you did. And look at that, the Seven of Swords reverse just came out. So they would try to do like sneaky things in the background. I don't see them being direct about it, but they would try to be sneaky or, interfere. I am getting a yes for that, okay? Let's see. But I see you moving on anyways, okay? We have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, on to bigger and better things, something way more stable, okay? Don't let people at your current place try to make you feel bad or, I'm hearing hustle you out of like a position when it comes to moving on to better things, okay? You got to do what's best for yourself. So let's see. Especially if you are going to be making more money than what you make now, yeah, definitely don't tell them anything about that. Even if you're happy, I can be like that too, where I get overly happy and I forget that the people I'm around or talking to, I can't trust them because they're actually not going to be happy for me, they would feel some type of way. So I would not tell these people what your next moves are. Let's see. All right, so for Heather, whoa, this just flew out. Okay, I see you making a lot more money. You got the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so whatever you move on to or into is definitely way more beneficial. Okay, I feel like your current place honestly has been, holding you back a lot. It's like I'm not saying you should have left earlier, but it's time. It's definitely time, because I don't see your current workplace moving or, upgrading you or giving you a new position in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's like you would be at the same spot in a certain company or wherever you're at currently for a while. All right. So let's see. Would Heather's old job try to interfere with her finding a new job? They would be defensive. Yeah, I'm getting a yes for that. Okay. And the Four of Wands and the High Priestess, they know that you deserve better. They know that you deserve better or more. It honestly, it may make things a little bit more difficult within the company that you're currently at by you leaving, but that's not your problem. They gotta, whoever's the boss over there, they gotta fix or, find someone to replace when you leave. Okay, but that is what I got. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, it's like these people, it's giving bitter energy. Whoever your coworkers are, it's very bitter, okay? Or these people are very bitter. Yeah, not happy for you. So they would try to do weird petty stuff in the background. Sun card reverse. Yeah, so definitely don't tell. Don't tell them. All right. Let's see. And then did you post your third one yet or not yet? Oh, you said it's love advice, right? Just in general? Or do you have a specific person in mind? Let me know. And then after Heather will be Pretty Girl Mel, okay? Just in general. Okay. Let's see. Hey Sade. Okay, so Sade, you'll be after I finish up Heather right now, okay? We're on her last question, so just wait a minute, or you could drop your question now if you want. You said really liked him, but yeah, it's kind of up in the air. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. All right, love advice for Heather. We got the 3 cups reverse. I do see some stress here, okay, when it comes to your love life. I feel like if you tend to deal with people who, I feel like you deal with people who are, they like to have, I don't want to say too much fun. um, okay, I got you, Sade, I got you. But this is like, I don't know if you deal with people who are too immature or they like to have too much fun, like they don't really take care of their responsibilities, okay? Um, some love advice would be, try to find people who are more stable. Yes, fun is fun, right? But at the same time, you gotta, if you want fun as well in a lover or when you're dealing with lovers, um, make sure that they can do both, okay? Let's see. And we got the 4 swords reverse. Yeah, these are like very in and out people, okay? With the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands as well. So this is like, I feel like you may, I'm not saying this is not, because I know how it feels to be told, oh, well, you just choose the wrong people, because I'm not trying to say that because I know how annoying that is. But when it comes to this situation, when it comes to your love life, we do have the opportunity to, like, once we see how somebody is or acts or operates, we do have the choice to either stay or, move on to somebody who meets our standards the way we need them to. You know what I'm saying? So find someone who could do both, okay? Because if you like date men or something like that, this is you dealing with men who are like overly emotional, and I feel like an asshole saying that, but men are, of course, allowed to have emotions. I'm not saying they aren't, but this is like they care more about things that aren't really important when it comes to being in their masculine energy, if that makes sense, okay? Let's see. Love advice for Heather. It's like they want to be the princess, okay? It's giving feminine. Picture you dating somebody and he's at the club every weekend in a section with his homeboys. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like if you want somebody more serious when it comes to, you know, your lovers, try to find someone who can do both, or someone that doesn't focus too much on that, like the fun side of life. Okay, let's see, because I don't want to tell you don't be with someone who's not fun. Let's see. Yeah, some of these people may have like addictions, okay? Or they could like gamble a lot. You know, addictions can mean anything. It could be food, sex, drugs, you know, alcohol, pills, addicted to, you know, buying cars, you know, I don't know, something crazy. But anything that is too much, like people don't understand, or these people don't understand moderation, and it affects their life a lot. So let's see. I'm gonna put some oracle for this as well. Mm, I don't want to say these men don't want to work, but you're the prize, okay? You are the prize. If you find yourself in situations where you end up paying all the time, you know, for men, leave, okay? Leave. Um, it's not to say that you can't reciprocate, but don't be that person's mother, basically. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, let's see. Um, love advice for Heather. Look, we got wine and dine, okay? There's something about these people. Like, have people take you on, you know, classier dates. I don't know what type of dates you go on, but, you know, up. I'm not saying I don't know your standards, okay? But if you might need to up your standards a little bit when it comes to who you deal with and what you deal with, okay? Um, maybe go for something a little bit more classy. You know what I'm saying? Because I know people come at me for saying like, "Oh, you don't like Chili's? You don't like Chili's? You don't like Applebee's? You don't like Applebee's? My man takes me to Applebee's and I love him." Like, okay, I didn't say that your man can't take you anywhere. I'm just saying, like, if you want a man who's gonna be more of a provider or someone who is going to be in his masculine energy when it comes to you, yes, you should go for someone who is a bit classier. You know what I'm saying? And who has money, you know, who's not afraid to, who's not a toxic Andrew Tate type of dude. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Mm-mm. Oh my God, what is this? Look, we got tart. Okay, what's all this drinking? What's all this drinking and partying in your with your lovers? Okay, let's see. And then we have job security. So yes, make memories, but also find people who are stable. Okay, and if you, like I said, I don't know what type of stability you feel like is quote unquote stable, or these men feel like are quote unquote stable, but up it. Okay, up it a little bit more. All right, let's see. And if you keep going back to somebody from the past and then not talking to them and then going back to somebody from the past, I feel like you need to stop that, okay? It's okay to find new love. It's okay to put yourself back out there. All right. Let's see. Let's get one more. That's two more. Okay. Um we have musician, charmer, celebration, and keeping a promise reverse. So yeah, you know, just remember that when it comes to your love life, it's important to have fun with your person, but also it's important to have somebody who, you know, knows how to take care of stuff and you at the same time. It's out there. I don't know, like it may not be as common these days, but there's plenty of men out there who will, you know, be everything you need in one, you know, because men expect us to be this, and that. You know what I'm saying? And I need her to do this and I need her to do that. Da, 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 da. But he doesn't want to do anything. That doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense. All right. And also, side note, I want to say, make sure you find people who are willing to learn you and your love language. Okay. If someone's not willing to naturally just learn you and what you need, and not what the last person needed, not what the, you know, their future person needed. If you're going to deal with somebody romantically, you know, you got to learn their love language, not base it off of what everybody else is saying that, you know, well, I read this book and I saw this YouTube video, I saw this Facebook reel, you know, when he said that women need this and da 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 da. Focus on who you're dealing with in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, certain things may be statistics, but you have to focus on the literal person or situation directly in front of you, because everything is different, everybody's different, everybody thinks differently, and you know, you know what I'm saying? So let people get to know you, and if you notice them not getting to know you, um, and I want to say naturally, because you shouldn't really have to tell somebody too many times. After a while, hey, I like this, or hey, I don't like when you do that. You know, if they don't respect you when it comes to certain things like that, when you tell them, especially the first, let alone second time, they gotta go. Okay. But that is what I got for you. Thank you very much, Heather. It's good to see you again. All right. And even like I told you with the job thing, don't be afraid to, go a little bit further outside of where you live. Even I've had better luck when I've, upped my distance when it comes to dating and stuff. I don't like nobody around me. So, like, yeah, it may be more convenient, but it's definitely not always the best. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. All right. Sade, you are up next. Let me get your timestamp. I got you in the raffle already, okay? So that'll be drawn on the 29th. All right. All right, let me get your timestamp. 30, 33. All right, so for Sade. Oops. All right. And you said, let me scroll up for a second. Hold on. And then it's going to be Pretty Girl. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going to lose my voice. Damn. It's going to be Pretty Girl Mel after Sade. How to heal from the past. That's your question. If that's just in general. All right, let's see. All right, so for Sade. All right, so for Sade, how can Sade heal from the past? I don't know why I just heard buckle. Buckle, okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, so how can Sade heal from the past situation that they are referring to? Let's see. Something definitely was unfair, okay? We have the Justice reverse and the Page of Swords. So there may still be people either, I'm hearing, inquiring about a certain situation, or you may be, having a hard time not looking or thinking past or about the past, okay? Let's see. How can Sade heal from that past situation? Whoa. It's something about your emotions, okay? I feel like you need to let your emotions out. You may be someone who kind of holds emotions in instead of expressing how you really feel in the moment, you know what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to, I don't know if you feel like it would be wrong or something to express how you feel, but don't be afraid to get a little crazy, okay? Obviously don't go out here and do something to somebody, but I'm saying, like, if you need to go to a rage room, to get your anger out, sometimes you don't realize how much anger or frustration you have built up inside you until you get physical. Okay. I'm not saying go beat somebody up, no, but I'm saying, rage rooms, make sure you express your emotions. If it's music, it could be something to do with singing as well. Okay. I don't know if you like to sing. Let's see. Also, I'm hearing, like, focus on your bag, okay? Focus on your money. The more money you make, the more you'll not have to focus on, what you dealt with, okay? I want to say that sounds like retail therapy, right? Let's see. And I don't want to say drink. I don't want to say that because I'm I don't want to encourage that, but I'm getting something about like maybe have a couple drinks, okay? Um, but obviously in moderation, okay? Let's see. And then we have the saying something about art here too, okay? I don't know if you okay, good. That's fine. I'm saying something about like you hanging something up on the wall, you know, like I don't know if you like to paint. It's something creative. Do something creative to help express yourself, especially if you're not the best with verbally saying what you need to say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying something about painting and then like hanging it up, okay, or putting it on display. Let's see. How can Sade heal from the past situation they're referring to? Also, there may be something about like I don't know if it's your family or um, a past relationship that you dealt with, but there's something about that person's beliefs that's not traditional or it's not accurate to what you're supposed to be believing in. I don't know how to say that. I hope that makes sense. Like whatever this person believes, it's not like their view of something is kind of skewed, you know, it's kind of like off. Whatever this person believes. So just know that whatever, I don't know if it's what they believe about you or believe, you know, when it comes to something spiritual or religious, but something doesn't add up when it comes to this person's, I want to say views or what they believe in. Okay. So I don't know if that helps at all, but it's like, know that whatever thought process they have is not all the, it's like they're not all the way there. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So let's see. Um, because you know how like when somebody tries to come at you and then it's like, but bitch, do you take care of your kids? But you're trying to talk shit about me? I don't have kids. I don't have to go as hard, okay? You know, it's like somebody trying to say something and then, but if they turned around and looked in the mirror, they would have a bunch of skeletons falling out the closet behind them. You know what I'm saying? In the reflection. So, whatever this person was thinking or these people were thinking about you when it comes to you, it's like their thought process is like off, okay? So, let's see. Also, something about your looks, okay? So, you know, like I told Heather too, when you look good, you feel good, okay? So, do something when it comes to your appearance or keep up your appearance, okay? Don't let yourself go in any type of way, you know what I'm saying? Because when you look good, you feel good. I don't know if you ever like, for example, I do this all the time. If I'm crying, I'll do my makeup. I'll be like, oh, a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll be like, wait, what was I sad for? Okay. So sometimes I do stuff like that. So when it comes to your appearance or, you know, dress up or, you know, I don't know if you're into like cosplay or something like that, but that's just an example. You know what I'm saying? Do something when it comes to your appearance. It's like, so yeah, it's a lot of creativity. You get a lot of creativity or creative things to do to help you express and release, and then, you know, eventually get through what you went through. Okay, let's see. You might need to talk it out, even if you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to about this. Um, you know, even if you, I'm not saying you have to create like a whole YouTube channel or whatever, but you can make videos in your phone. I don't know if it's like, you know, you could track your progress, but even just to talk to your phone, you know what I'm saying? Make videos of yourself, or it could be, you know, voice notes. If you don't want to make a whole video, you don't have to post it anywhere. You could just keep it to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Something about you expressing yourself, or if you're afraid to say how you feel, you know, just start talking to the camera, you know. Um Express yourself. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So let's see, let me get some of the advice cards over here as well. Because I know growing up, I've had to, you know, self soothe basically my entire life. So I've, you know, had a lot of ways that I've coped with certain things when other people just didn't, you know, help me. So what I'm saying. So I kind of get it when it comes to that. So let's see. All right. So how can Sade heal from their past situation. That's way too many. Hold on. Let's see. Embrace solitude. Okay, it says reflect deeply for survival. Keep your mind open as answers reveal lessons in the quiet of introspection. Release and renew. It says embrace the flow of letting go to welcome renewal, allowing new energy to shape your path. Okay. Commit to the journey. Okay, so don't give up. Also, that's kind of what I was saying with like the if you ever want to start making videos or voice notes, even if it's just to keep to yourself, or even journaling really helps. Even if you feel like I don't want to write something down, you don't have to. You could, the voice thing on your phone where you could click the little microphone and then talk into your phone and then it types it out for you. You could do something like that too if you don't want to just type everything or write it out physically. Okay. And then you can see your progress over time. You'll notice, especially if you document it, you know. So let's see. Also, this is a piece of advice from me, law of attraction. I don't know if you are into that or anything, but when I tell you the law of attraction 10 years ago, it literally changed my life. They say fake it till you make it. That's basically a part of manifesting as well. So you might want to look more into the law of attraction. There's plenty of videos on YouTube and stuff like that um, for that type of thing, okay? Because you kind of have to, when it comes to certain things in life, if you really, really, really want to be happy, even if you don't believe that you can be happy or that if you don't believe it, it's not going to come true, okay? So you have to kind of like trick your brain. You have to rewire your brain literally, you know, to believe that you're better than this or that you can have this in life. You can feel this type of way in life. You will get there. You know what I'm saying? You got to do, affirmations might help you too. Okay. Um, and then the last card here is highest good. Okay. It says embrace the journey with openness, trusting in the universe to lead you toward your greatest fulfillment. Okay. But that is what I got for you. I hope that was helpful. Okay. But definitely, it's getting a lot of creative stuff, okay? And look, I just split the deck and it says recovery, comeback, okay? So you definitely can get through this, all right? Thank you, thank you. If anybody knows healing and emotionally struggling, especially since I was a kid, it's me. So I hope you heal from whatever you're dealing with. Not I hope, you will heal from it, okay? All right, so we are gonna go to Pretty Girl Mel. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Sade. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much. That was very sweet. All right. Let me take a sip of water. I don't know why my voice is like. I think it's because I haven't spoken much today. All right, let's see. Hold on. Ooh, it's cold. All right. So, Pretty Girl Mel, you said. So your question is, what's gonna happen between you and the? Oh, what's gonna happen between you and the Aquarius in December? You were gonna ask that yesterday, but you forgot. Okay, okay, gotcha. All right, let's see. 1 second. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I should do a reading for that, because sometimes I feel like certain people don't want to watch like the healing videos, but I should do some of those. All right, let's see. Yeah, I was seeing stagnation when it comes to y'all situation. So let's see what comes out for Pretty Girl Mel when it comes to what will happen between her and the Aquarius in December. Let's see. What's going to happen between Pretty Girl Mel and the Aquarius in December? Yeah, I think I should. I'll write that down later. Whoa. Okay, 3 came out at once. Okay. Let's see. There may be a little argument that you're not expecting, okay? That kind of sets you guys back a little bit. 3 of Wands reverse, and I see someone or you guys kind of like distancing from each other again, okay? When it comes to what's going to happen between you guys in December. And then there's oh my gosh. That's crazy that came out. It's still coming out. There's like more stagnation. I see you guys being like, I'm seeing 2 people kind of like pout, back to back. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Well, I didn't want to talk to you in the first place. Well, I didn't want to talk to you in the first place either. Like being kind of like petty towards each other. So let's see. Let me clarify the 5 of Wands. What would this argument be about? Something being not fair, or someone feeling like something when it comes to a certain situation is not fair. And then we have the 4 of Swords. Yeah. So I see you guys kind of like taking another break, or the break still continuing. Okay. Let's see. But you guys will reconcile, okay? There we do have the 6 of Cups. Clarify the 6 of Cups here for Pretty Girl Mel and the Aquarius. So even when you guys do come back together, when it comes to around December, it's like you guys, I feel like you guys are not going to want to talk about, what the issue is. Have you seen that? You know how they say like address the elephant in the room? I saw an image on TikTok where it said it had a picture of an elephant and it said address me. But I see you guys kind of like not being willing to talk about what the actual issues are. So let's see what's gonna happen after that. Clarify the Ace of Swords here, reverse for Pretty Girl Mel and the Aquarius in December. Yeah, it's gonna lead to more conflict. It's like something y'all are having like a petty off. I know that sounds weird, but it's like y'all both being petty towards each other because y'all are not backing down when it comes to who's right, who's wrong, who needs to speak up. Should we talk about it? I don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all aren't gonna get anywhere if you don't if you don't address the elephant in the room. So let's see. And then we have the Emperor. Oh, okay. So eventually y'all will talk again, okay? Somebody's going to break the silence, okay? We have a lot of Aries energy here. But we have the Emperor, the Fool card, and then the 8 of Wands, okay? So eventually y'all will have that communication, that talk that you guys need to have so that there can be forward movement. But for the most part, I'm seeing you guys kind of, even when you come back together, 6 of Cups, it's still like you guys are going to be leaving each other out in the cold again. So it's like a back and forth thing. Let's see. All right. And then we have the Death card. This is very on and off. So I see you guys going back and forth. On and off situation. Being petty. Coming back together. Not being willing to talk about what you guys have to actually talk about in order to move forward. And then separating again. Being like, I'm not dealing with this. And then you guys try to have a fresh start again. Like, that's literally how it's coming out here. Eventually, you guys, at least one of you will realize that the situation has become or is becoming a little bit overwhelming, okay, or too much to deal with. Let's see. Yeah, 10 of Wands. It's like somebody wants to be happy and not stressed by the situation anymore. Yeah, because I see 5 of Swords. What the hell? Are y'all just petty? Because we got the 2 of Cups just now, and then the 7 of Swords came out. So it's like, this is like what y'all do. This is what y'all do. Y'all fight. then you make up for a second, and then y'all fight again. And it's like a repeat because y'all don't want to talk about the real issue. But it's like y'all both like each other, okay? But, you know, just because two people like each other doesn't mean that they can compromise all the time, you know. If you're not if you're going to be stubborn in situations, you know, things aren't really going to work. So let's see. Let's get a couple oracle. What's going to happen between, it's a lot of back and forth. What's going to happen between Pretty Girl Mount and the Aquarius in December? Let's see. We got fear. We have expecting the worst, afraid of failure, wasting time on negative thoughts. Okay, look. Oh my gosh. Avenger, hatred, plotting, resolve, memory. This eventually, this cycle with this person is going to be no surprise. Okay, we have time will bring a surprise reverse. Okay, so it's not going to be something that it's going to start to be something that you expect if you keep dealing with it, you know, and something not leveling out. We have justice reverse and patience. This situation is going to require you a lot of patience. Yeah, look, don't want to hear it. Change, drinks. Okay, cycles. Let's see. Look, you see how she's blinded in this card here? That's y'all. Blind to, you know, what y'all really need to see. And then we have don't want to hear it. You see her covering her ears? No, I don't want to hear it. That's y'all. We have 9 months from now. This could go on for a long time if y'all don't put up certain boundaries with each other. Okay. Let's see. Leap of faith reverse. The gift of time management reverse. I see y'all going backwards. Like, I really do not see forward movement. Not much at all. You see the time thing, it's upside down here. And then we have taboo, limit, crime, forbidden love, and curiosity. I feel like eventually you might kind of get bored with this person because it's not changing. Look, and then we have fixing them. You're going to realize, like, this is a doomed connection. I know you said just in December, but I feel like I just gave you the wrap up of your situation. Obviously, you know, energy can change, but this is what I'm getting for right now. It's because somebody, like, they don't want to get deep for some reason. This Aquarius person, they don't want to get deep, or what they feel like is deep, you know. You know how dudes be like, oh, you're always worried about the wrong shit. No, you're worried about the right shit. You just don't want to talk about it because that means you would have to be vulnerable, you know. They don't want to do that. They don't want to get emotional. And then we have not committed reverse, but y'all still technically wanting to be like attached to each other in some type of way. Whoa. Let's bent the hell out of that card. Okay, we got river and friends. Okay, and it's happening now. So I want to say from now until, it could be up until the next 9 months, because we do have 9 months here. I don't see a relationship. We have not committed, but I do see you guys being like very on and off with each other. So like it's giving situationship that goes in a circle constantly. So you guys may end up just being friends, or that's, you know, maybe the best solution is to just keep being friends or strictly friends. Okay. So I'm seeing the credits roll with the sunset card here, you know, like at the end of movies where they, you know, list all the names and actors and who did what and the special effects and stuff like that. And plus, I don't think you can really trust this person, okay? We have the tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught acting shady, sneaking around. So, yeah, and brick wall. You're going to eventually realize that this person, dealing with them is, we have dirty offer here too, okay? It's not something that would help you, you know, progress, if you will. Who? I just saw, who is that T-Von person? T-Von, this is not your reading, okay? Welcome in, but this is, we're doing personals, okay? Make sure to read the title, okay, if you're joining. You said you were going to tell him that you want to be friends for now. You see where, see where it goes because he's confusing. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I feel like it's going to be a circle of, just back and forth and not getting anywhere though. Like every time you would like reconcile with this person, you'd realize, oh, you haven't changed or this isn't progressing. But that is what I got for you. And that definitely sounds like it's obviously, past December too. But you guys know I always tell you guys time is fluid, so keep that in mind when it comes to getting readings and watching readings. All right. And I think, oh shoot. I gotta get, I think it starts at, I'm gonna get your timestamp. All right. All right, I think the list is open. Let me check. But if you would like a personal, make sure to read the entire pinned message, okay? No super chats. The list will be open for another 2 hours, okay? We're about an hour in. So we got 2 hours left for you guys to get in your questions. If you already emailed me, you can be entered into the raffle, of course, and then we'll start it over for November when I pull the name for October, okay? And that is for a chance to win 5 free questions from the 7 days. When I pull on the 29th, you'll have 7 days, whoever wins, to get your 5 free questions, okay? All right. Thank you guys. I'm gonna mute it and then plug it up so I could charge my phone. But the list is still, excuse me, still open for the next 2 hours, okay? Well, 2.5 hours technically. Oh, I think I just got Teresa. So let's see. Hold on. Yes, okay. Let's see. All right. Hey, TT, welcome in. All right, I'm going to get your timestamp and then you can let me know your question, okay? Your timestamp will be at 1 hour. Yeah, I just got yours. You're all good. So you could drop your question when you're ready. You got a mini reading. Make sure you hit the like button, y'all, if you're in here as well, okay? Just double tap the screen. All right, let's see. All right, so for TT, will things get better between M and TT? Let's see. All right, will M, not will M, will TT, or will things, geez, will things get better between M and TT? Let's see. Will things get better between M and TT? Okay. Whoa. So things will balance out, okay, after some tension between you guys, okay? Let's see. I do feel like there needs to be some sort of truth, or you guys need to fully tell the truth about, you know, what y'all got going on, or whatever you guys are concerned about. I feel like you guys need to have a certain conversation, okay, with the Ace of Swords reverse, or somebody needs to, I'm hearing man up, so it could be him. He may need to man up and, you know, say what he really needs to say about the situation between y'all so that you guys can move forward, okay? So let's see. Will things get better between M and TT? Because I feel like whatever you guys got going on right now, it may be leaving you in a, like, you may be kind of confused, like, where's this going, what's going on, why are they acting like this, you know? So I feel like he needs to open up more about, you know, what's going on. There has to be a certain conversation or certain things that are expressed, okay, when it comes to the situation. Let's see. We have the Empress, and then the Six of Pentacles reverse, and the Two of Pentacles reverse. Okay, so things may get kind of overwhelming again, okay, but I feel like it's because someone's not fully either telling the truth, or someone's taking a long time. Someone's taking their sweet time to, like, say something. Let me see. What is this person taking a long time to say? This person could kind of shut down when they're frustrated, okay? So they could act like a little kid, because I feel like that's what little kids do, you know? When they're mad, they you know, when they pout and they don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kid behavior. Like, speak up. This person needs to speak up, so that things can move forward. Let's see. So they may be very stubborn. Yeah, look, as I just said that with well, you didn't see me, but I was crossing my arms. You see him? He's like, in his selfish energy. He's being very smug, okay? Like, knowing that he could say something, but choosing not to. Keeping all things to himself, or basically everything to himself. Three of Wands, and then the Five of Swords, Five of Cups. Yeah. So I want to say things will get better for a second, for a little bit, and then I see it going back, you know, south, because someone's not expressing the truth about a certain situation. So whether that's you or him or both, or, you know, it could be just him. I do feel like it's the masculine side. But because of someone's petty nature, because of his unwillingness to speak what needs to be spoken, that's going to cause, you know, some disappointment, you know? Like, I see you guys having little, like, tiny bits of, you know, hope, or he's going to give you like tiny bits of hope, or, you know, like, when it's like, I don't know if it's breadcrumbing. It could be. That might be the right word. Breadcrumbing, okay? Like, they might come back for a second just to, like, say, oh, I want to talk about da da da, but then they're still not talking about the real issue or what needs to be said. They're still not saying something that really needs to be said, okay? I hope that makes sense. And eventually that's going to lead to disappointment, because, like I said, somebody's not being fully honest. It's like they're keeping something to themselves for some reason. Let's see. Let me pull some oracle. So will things get better between TT and M? Let's see. All right. Will things get better between TT and M? We have financial literacy, expecting a new beginning, and a new opportunity. Okay. Yeah, and then we have ridding negativity, purification, detox. So this is like some in order for a new beginning to happen between you guys, there has to be something cleared. And I want to say it's like a conversation or, something being expressed. Like, so there could be forward movement, but it's about whether you guys are willing to, or it's one of y'all, whoever it is, if they're not willing to open up and express something, then no, things are not going to move forward in a positive way. Because we also have right here, timing is pushed back due to blockages. So somebody has the power to create, something or a new start, but not if they're not willing to open up and talk about things. Okay. You said, is it because, oh, he's moving? Is it far? I didn't know he was moving. Because that definitely could create blockages. And we have depression. And window, yeah. Feeling all the feels, talking often, love on the brain, magician, illusions. So, like I said, they would be kind of giving you pieces of hope, but not really any actual progress, if that makes sense, okay? It's like you would kind of always be waiting at a window, figuratively. Look, walking away came out. And then we have strategic planning. And if this person's we have gas station here. If they're giving you a little bit, they're doing that on purpose. It's like strategic for some reason. Like picture, I don't know. Picture someone saying, "Oh, do you want your gas tank filled?" And then they only put in like $10. Like, you didn't fill my tank. You gave me a little bit, so I could go like, maybe 70 miles. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get all the way where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go further than $10 worth of gas, because they told you they were gonna fill up your tank, right? Figuratively, but they only gave you 10 bucks of gas. That's not filling it up. That's giving you a little bit and acting like they gave you the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I know that's a weird analogy, but that's what came to mind with the fuel station card. Okay, 2 hours away. Yeah, so I mean that also could be a sign when it comes to distance. Um, it's like you would be getting like a little bit at a time. So I'm gonna pull a couple more, and then I'm gonna wrap this one up. Yeah, we have getting hurt and workplace reverse. Whoa, almost dropped all my cards. Because there's, this person's refusing to speak. I'm not getting much else than that. That's what's coming out. So you may end up, getting kind of annoyed with this person because of how they're operating. And they're being strategic. We have scarcity tactics. I don't know what they're afraid of, but it's like they feel like they have to move a certain way. And then we have wants you back and find the perfect timing, reverse. So even if this person does want you back, like I said, the timing is going to be off. The timing is going to be off. We got Pisces energy. And then we also have long haul right here. It says in it to win it, long-term intentions, invested. It came out kind of sideways though, okay? So they may not be sure about if something is going to be long-term, And we have reflecting and beach. And then we have tired of the drama. Okay, these are going to be the last ones. And then we have demanding, no good ones, and train. So there is distance, okay? Like if you were to continue seeing this person, if things got better, it would still feel kind of like a waste almost, because like picture someone You said like 2 hours away. Picture you going to see this person 2 hours away, or them coming to see you, and then y'all still don't really talk, or you still don't really get much from this person. And then you by the time you leave, you would feel like, oh, well, what am I doing in this connection? What the hell was that about? Why did I travel all this way to come see you when, like, what was that? You would feel like, is this even worth it? So, um, I mean, I could clarify that real quick. Clarify workplace reverse here when it comes to TT and M situation. Why is it a lot of timing cards have come out? Okay, we have time when I clarify that. They may feel like they don't have enough time when it comes to like what type of work they do. So you got workplace and time, procrastination, delay, be too busy. That's what it says. So could mean that they're going to be too busy with work too. And then we have be open to change. So there will be changes. Or you guys would have to be open to like changes when it comes to the distance, especially when it comes to this connection, okay? And we have cyberbully reversal, and unexpected. It's like you wouldn't really know where you stand with this person after a while. Not only because of distance, but because they're being emotionally distant. Okay? But that's what I've got. Their time could be demanding, but I was going to say their work could be demanding too. Because we got demanding here. But that is what I got for your mini reading, okay? I'll have to check the transits because I wonder if the next couple months, what's going on in the sky and the stars. There might be delays that are expected. If you guys ever want to know about the transits and things, you can look up on astro-seek.com and you just type in transit chart, and then you can type in your information and where you live and see what's going on for, the day, the week, things like that. It's actually really helpful. And it'll literally tell you, like, when to invest in certain things, when not to, do certain things, or when the best time to, da-da-da-da-da. Astro-Seek. It's the only site I recommend for birth charts and everything like that. It has everything you need. All right. But thank you, TT. I didn't know he was moving. When people move, I feel like it's distant connections. It's iffy. Because I feel like people be cheating in the same house that with the person that they live with, so I can't do no distance. If you could cheat right here, you definitely cheating hours away. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying your person's cheating. I'm just saying I feel like with the way people are these days is crazy. I wouldn't trust it. You're welcome. All right, you guys, the list is open for another hour and a half, okay? The list is open. Make sure to check the pinned message, okay, if you want to book a reading. I'm still here. I am going to mute it and charge my phone a little bit more for the time being, okay? I know. But hey, that's what I'm saying about the 3-month thing. It definitely will tell you, where the connection is headed. So yeah. And as long as you're still single, you can have other options, you know? Especially when you start noticing people being inconsistent or acting funny. Yeah, you can have other options or talk to other people. Because that's probably what they're doing, you know? All right. Let me post this in the chat. If y'all want me to do, I did Gemini at like 3 in the morning this morning. So, um, if you guys want me, if you have any video ideas for everybody, pick a card, collective, Aries through Pisces, let me know. I might do one more reading tonight, or your sign. You say he applied for another job, and okay, okay. Yeah, he may be more focused on, his money currently. I feel like men are usually pretty consistent, and when they start acting funny, when they switch up, when you notice, like, because, men are not good at covering their tracks usually. So for me, I can always tell when something's off because they'll switch up their routine, even when it comes to like talking to me, messaging me, the hours of the day, I naturally pay attention to stuff like that. So, yes, people are busy. Yeah, they can't respond at every moment, but even if it's inconsistently consistent, I feel like I can usually tell when somebody's about to do some stupid shit, or when they're seeing somebody else. It's like a gut feeling. Yeah, I mean, if that's what he's going for. But that's why I always tell y'all communicate. People need to start being more expressive so that people are not so they don't because when people don't talk, it causes more issues, you know? People, I don't know. I wish I could like program everybody's mind in the world to think how I think. Sometimes, especially when it comes to things that I feel like are common sense. I'm like, if everybody just was direct with each other, the world would be so much better and less confused. There would be less problems because people would just know, because that's why people be acting all shocked, um, when they find out certain things because people didn't speak up. They're like, what? You know? Yeah, she's right. She's right. She is absolutely right. And I know that too because I've made things work, with people that have been, they weren't necessarily at a distance, but I've made things work because I like that person. So if I could do it, I know other people can. It's a matter of, are they going to be lazy about it? You know, a text does not take that long to send. A phone call doesn't have to last all day, but people act like it's so much work. Ugh, you can't pick up your phone, but you could scroll on TikTok for 3 hours. Ha ha he he. But you can't text your person back. You can't let them know what's going on. But you could scroll. Your phone is in people's phones are in their hand most of the time. It's 2025. People got Apple watches. They could flip their wrist. Oh, so and so texted me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not an excuse for people to not communicate. That's bullshit to me. When people act like it's so much work, you know. Sometimes you got to find the busiest person you know. That's the person who's going to get everything done. I feel like certain people are just lazy with communication. There's like no excuse. Oh, okay, okay, gotcha. That's why certain men these days, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, show me, what you think you're doing. I don't take men too seriously these days anymore because it's like they're so inconsistent. They'll be great for a little bit and then boom, they switch up. And then they always want to come back. Every few months, I have people in my messages that I used to deal with trying to spin the block. I'm like, okay, well, you chose that over me, so go deal with your boohoo fake tears. The right person will get it right the first time. You won't have to go in circles with them. And I don't believe in settling for people that treat you like that. That's why people end up married and they're not happy. Oh, I hate my wife. I hate my husband. Why'd you marry them? Because you settled. That's why. Because you didn't up your standards. You chose to stay with somebody and let alone marry them. When you marry people, you have to go up and get a marriage license and say, yeah, this is what I want to do with my life. I want to marry somebody who never treated me respectfully before, but you want to marry them? You want to get up in front of a bunch of people or even at the courthouse? That's a choice. That's a choice. You don't just wake up married, unless you're like in Vegas or something somehow. But you don't just wake up in a commitment. That's a choice. So I don't understand how people are in relationships and staying unhappy. You can leave. You can get divorced, you could separate, I know everything is situational, but I just don't understand certain people's thought processes because that is 100% a choice. Nobody forced you to say yes. If you knew they didn't treat you right beforehand, why would you stay and let alone tie yourself like that to somebody? But like I said, not everybody has the same mentality, and that's okay. But if you've been on my channel for a while, you guys know I always will encourage you guys to aim for better, whether it's jobs, friends, even family members. If you got to cut them idiots off, if they're mistreating you, let it go. You can find better, okay? I'm never gonna be like, yeah, you should stay with him. I always want what's best for y'all. And I'm not gonna encourage you guys to stay with some or in a situation that's not helping you move forward and let alone not making you happy. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna shut up and plug my phone in now. All right, the list is open. Check the pinned message, okay? List is gonna be open for about another hour, and then I might do another reading. We'll see. Thank you. All right, hello. All right, Amy, I just got yours. Thank you. I got your timestamp. Make sure to save the link to the video if you want to watch it later at any point, okay? Let's see. Let me make sure this is okay. All right, you said also, guys, make sure in the chat the Nightbot messages, I wrote those out, so you guys can read those as well if you're curious about what's going on during the live, okay? It'll always tell you what's going on, okay? So the Nightbot messages they're not just a robot, it's to help, people know what's going on in the live, okay? List is always only open for 3 hours. Otherwise, you guys can book private readings. Private reading prices are in my bio, okay? But I wrote those out. All right, let's see. For Amy, you said you would like to know what Alexander's true intentions are after everything you've been through lately. Let's see. All right, so for Amy, what are Alexander's true intentions for Amy currently? Okay, we got the Six of Cups reversed, Two of Cups reversed. Okay. I don't see this person really wanting to fix a connection, honestly. This is like them trying to, you know, keep you stuck almost, okay? Eight of Swords. I don't really see them wanting to commit to something new. I see this situation kind of staying stagnant in how it is or how it has been, okay? In this situation, yeah, Seven of Swords reversed as well. So they would still be being deceptive. They would still be being however they've been in the past toward you, okay? Like it would be, yeah, the same energy, okay? I don't see this situation necessarily improving because I feel like they have toxic habits, or maybe the connection between you guys is just toxic, okay? Because we have the Two of Cups reverse. So, that's the opposite of mutual love, right? So, and then we have the Moon card and the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups reverse. So, this situation, his intentions is to keep you stuck, make you feel like, you're not I just heard like make you feel like you're not doing enough, okay? Hopefully this person's not trying to like overwhelm you with like what they want you to do, okay? um this is a very selfish person, okay? It's like they would want you to commit yourself while they don't commit to you, okay? Let's see. Five of Swords, yeah, it's just to be petty. It's just to make you feel like, you know something's gonna happen when it's not. Where's my headphone case? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Let's see. One second. Alright, so what are Alexander's true intentions currently with Amy? Let's see. You need to listen to your intuition. Look, pay attention to the red flags came out too. Okay, definitely listen to your intuition. If you already know how this person's been, or if you feel them, starting to act up in a certain way, yes, this person is going to be, going back on their bullshit, okay? This person, it's like they want to make you feel like you can't get anybody else. Like that's fucked up, but that's what I'm getting. So um, clean yourself of this person, cleanse yourself of this person's energy and them, okay? It's like they want to keep you stuck in a way where, and like, I don't want to say break you down, but it's kind of like they want to have you in your head to the point where you don't feel like you can find anybody else, which is evil. Look, I'm telling you, look, this person ain't shit. Ain't shit literally came out. What are Alexander's true intentions? We have ruthless, slaughter, cruelty, continuous learning, reverse. They have not changed. Nope. You know, people say anything, you know, especially men. Men say, oh, this and that, da, 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 da. But if their actions do not match up to what they said, don't listen to what a man says. Watch what he does, okay? Because that will tell you everything you need to know. Let's see. And then we have liquid courage. They could be, you know, I don't know if they drink or not, but they could be, they're like overly confident that, you know, you're the person that they can get. I don't know why they feel like you don't have other options or can't have other options, but you might need to go do your own thing, okay? When it comes to this situation, yeah, this person's in denial. They want you to be in denial about, you know, the reality of your situation. This person's, yeah, they don't want you to be happy. Happiness hater. I don't know why I just saw like a rotisserie chicken. What the fuck? Okay. I don't know. Rotisserie chicken. Maybe somebody in this chat likes chicken or something. I deadass just saw a whole like, oh, it actually looked like a turkey, but maybe somebody's thinking about Thanksgiving. Oh, the spirit is funny. All right, let's see. And then we have bench here. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, they literally want to keep you stuck and make you feel like, oh, you know where home is, and home is a fucked up place when it comes to this person. Okay, let's see. Girl, no, tell the truth. You could say that. It's okay. If he big, he big, you know? Nothing wrong with that. A lot of big guys do be cocky as fuck. It's crazy. So, I don't know. You might be right about that. And then we have Queen Rising. It's like this person feels like they're the prize, you know? Like you need to bow down to them. They feel like, oh, you hit the jackpot. You can't get no better than me. You know, you need to show this person. You don't have to show them directly, but, you know, have your own other options. Because I'll tell you what, when men try to make me feel like I'm not shit, oh, I'll show you. And I might, no, let me not say that. Okay. Um, I don't want to show my toxic side. It's not really that toxic, but it's like your homeboy wants me. Your brothers want me. Everybody else wants me. But you're trying to be over here trying to talk shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I literally do not believe men. I don't care how ugly somebody might think I am. I don't care how fat somebody thinks I am. I think I'm the shit. I'm humble as fuck, but I think I'm the shit. And especially no man can make me feel, I will literally laugh in their face if they try to make me feel like, you know, like I'm not the shit. You know what I'm saying? No, you cannot make me feel less than. I'm literally going to think you're full of shit yourself. Like I genuinely You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to feel about yourself. And sometimes you got to show it, you know? When men try to make you feel like, oh, you can't get better than me, watch. Watch. All I got to do is post a picture. All I got to do is step outside. All I got to do is go out to eat. I get approached every single time by wealthy men, by men who have some class, and you don't. You know what I'm saying? I lowered my standards for that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I laugh at men who, it's usually dusty ass people who have some negative shit to say. So if this person's trying to make you feel like you're not shit, this person's not shit, and that's probably why they're projecting, you know. So I told a girl the other day, like, whatever you feel like, oh no, that was so mean about a man. No, it's not. Men say way worse and men do way worse. So you can say what you gotta say in the chat, girl. If that's how you feel, if that's what you know, that's what it is, you know? This person would get some sort of anxiety when it comes to, like, if they found out that you did have other options or do have other options. And we have money management. Yeah, and that's where you got to show them, like, this is not bad. I leave dudes who, if I found out about a third party, I think dudes expect me to, you know how dudes assume that women like assholes, women like players. I don't. So you got to show this person, like, this is not that. Like, no, you cannot deal with me and other women. No, you cannot treat me like that and expect me to stick around. No, you cannot do that. Have boundaries. Because that's the only way somebody is gonna possibly take you serious. You know what I'm saying? Because he's probably used to women just being like, oh, I guess I'll, just cry over here and then deal with the third party and then da 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 da, wait for you to come back. Like, men who act like this cocky especially, they're the type who will literally, you know, they act like that because women don't have standards, or the women that they're used to dealing with do not have standards. So you got to be the one who's different and be like, that's not what we're going to do here, and actually mean it. You got to actually stand on business. You can't say you're not going to treat me like that and then go back. That means you're like everybody else that they deal with. So, you just got to know how to play the game when it comes to shitty men. Treat good men good, treat them nice. But when they start acting up, fuck it. All bets are off. you know? So this person's intentions currently is to act like they're the prize, act like you're stuck with them, you can't find anybody else. Like, it's really insulting, honestly. This person is a very insulting person. Look, in pent up anger, confusion. They want to keep you stuck. Yeah. Caution literally came out. I would avoid them, to be honest. But that's what I got for you. Yeah, look, reconciliation reverse. I wouldn't see them again, but we all have free will, so I wouldn't judge you if you did go back, but just expect, the same bullshit from this person. Trust your intuition, girl. I think I don't know if it was you, but I told y'all, my regulars, my clients, my regular watchers, viewers, whatever you want to call it, y'all are very intuitive yourselves, But even me, I have my own reader that I go to too, just to get some clarity and see it from a different perspective. So I feel like y'all know, especially if you're a part of my collective, you know what you know, but sometimes you just need that extra, confirmation, which is understandable, of course. So, and you said you were Scorpio, right? Of course you're intuitive. Oh, okay, period. I used to. Well, if I have like friends that you know, ask me, I'll read for them, but I don't openly, because if I'm out having fun with my friends, I don't want to always have to be like, who wants a reading? Or if they're, I don't bring cards out with me. I used to. I used to. But then everybody wants a reading, and yeah, no. I'm like, this is my fun time. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, Amy. Thank you, thank you. And let me know if y'all want any types of readings for the, whether it's a pick a card, give me topic ideas. I do a lot. I think of ideas every day, to be honest. But if you guys want anything specific, let me know and I'll do it. And remember, members only get the 21 plus reads. It's nice when you got a gift, to be honest. And as long as y'all, are, you keep it cute with me, we're good. I've only had to like block 2 people from the time that I've been on YouTube when it comes to them getting readings because they've just been real weird. You said Howard 21 plus reads. The members only is the, next sexual encounter reads. I just bought this actually, like, I explain like who's gonna be with your next sexual encounter. It's $4.99 a month, um, for the all inclusive ones. And I already have like, I think 12 videos posted and they're all timeless. So, and I did one a couple days ago for the next, sexual encounter. So I like go over like when it's gonna be, describing, before it happens, and then how the experience is gonna be and stuff like that. And it's not all 21 plus, but most of it is. And then also if you become a member, you get one free reading on me for the month. You just have to join the lives. So you'll get like a free mini reading. I added that perk. Yeah, it says it all in the. I think YouTube now has the option to join the channel. It should say join. It should say join, but I think it's posted somewhere in the community tab. But yeah, all members get a free reading. Just one for the month. But yeah, I think you go to the playlist section on my channel, and then yeah, it should look like this. It says 21 plus, the playlist, and you should be able to see the titles and stuff, so you'll know what type of videos they are. So yeah, I got a decent amount. But yeah, that's open for anybody on my channel. Oh yeah, I did that one 4 days ago. I do have a couple what's hidden in there too. So yeah. But thank you, Amy. And you guys, and trust me, you do not have to stay subscribed, because I do it too for somebody that I am a member for sometimes, You can literally become a member and then cancel it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to take offense if you cancel it. If you only want to test it out for the month, and see how it is. Because, it will recharge you. I think it's the 4th of every month, or no, it's actually when you become a member. So don't feel bad if you're like, I want to unsubscribe or I don't want to be charged this month. I won't care. I won't care. I understand things like that. But yeah, you'll have 30 days if you are a member to get the free reading. And of course, access to the other channel messages and stuff like that. But yes. Okay, okay. Thank you for the confirmation. I always like to hear that. I wonder, do you know if it's retrograde or something right now too? It might be. Because everything's been fucking up. I'm like, damn, what's going on? But I think it's some type of retrograde. I don't know. I have to see. I need to go put gas in my car because it's at like 50 miles. I barely go anywhere though these days, so I'm like, I don't need that much. I need to stop doing that. I either like go nowhere or I go 2 hours away. There's like no in between. My friend Randy has had to help me on the road like 2 or 3 times because I've run out of gas. Stupidly. I try. I'm not doing that no more though. Randy, if you're watching, sorry and thank you. Yeah, it used to be bad. I know, girl. I'm getting better. I have bad karma with cars, I feel like. But some of it, obviously, yeah, it's been my fault. I gotta get oil change too. That's like $70. I hate paying for shit. Maybe that's what I'll ask for my birthday. Is an oil change, a gift card. But I'm good. I'm good. I could just, I could probably do it myself. I need to learn how to do it myself. I get gas cards for holidays sometimes, so that's actually really nice. That's the shit I care about. Money and gas. For real. I've always been a money person. Like, just give me money and then I'll go do what I want with it. Or, give a gift card and save me some money. That's probably my Capricorn stellium talking. I'll be 28 in December. All right, you guys. I'll stay live for another like 20-ish minutes, okay? Oh, I got a lot of Capricorn placements. I'm a Capricorn. Venus, Mars, Mercury, and Neptune. So yeah, that's my like chart ruler. Saturn dominant. My life is crazy. And as I feel like, because I'm a Sagittarius, so obviously like I am lucky. But I feel like with all my Saturn placements, I literally go through the craziest worst shit since the start. And I feel like people only see, because why would I want to post 24/7? Oh my god, look what I'm going through. Ah, no. We try to keep things cute over here, and keep pushing. But people, I feel like people literally are always trying to humble me because they think I just get everything in life. And it's like, do you know that I've been paying for all my stuff since I was 16? Do you know what I had to even, you know, deal with just to get to this type of peace? You know what I'm saying? People don't know. They don't see. They don't think about that. So they think that, oh, you just get everything. You know that TikTok? Here's another fucking lesson for you, bitch. That's how people treat me. Like, sorry that I hold myself together pretty well. Boo hoo. You know, and people literally come up to me and tell me, like, oh, you're spoiled. You're this. I'm like, what? Bitch, I wish. I wish. Let me know who's taking care of me. Let me know. Because I haven't met him yet. Let me know. Let me know who's spoiling me. I wasn't even raised like that whatsoever. Exactly. I don't like people who just assume that, oh, you haven't been through shit. Because you look good. Because you look like you haven't been through shit. So you must have never been through shit. It's like, please. Do you have a brain? I never understood that. I've never looked at somebody and been like, oh, you're pretty. You must get everything you want. You must have never had to struggle in your life. Like, what? Pretty people do struggle. Like I just said, I'm not even just talking about like, you know what I'm saying? People who look good get it like really, if you know, you know. People constantly are trying to bully you because they think you are just this fairy princess. And it's crazy. Like, yeah, pretty privilege is a thing, but at the same time, no, it's not. No, it's not. Not all the time, It's like pretty disadvantaged, to be honest. But you know, when you say that, people are like, "Oh, please, oh, please, oh, the pretty girl's complaining." So it's like you can't even talk about it. It's like what? People are crazy. And I know all my clients are pretty. I see y'all's, profile pictures and shit. So I'm sure y'all understand what I'm talking about. But some people, that's why I stay alone a lot these days. When I try to make a new friend, especially like another woman, she like gets obsessive, and then suddenly it's like she just decides to be on bullshit one day, and suddenly she has this animosity. And I'm like, okay, well, now I got to cut you off because, as we all know, people with animosity around you are dangerous and they will try to hurt you. Bitches are crazy, and, if they're not actually happy for you, then yes, they will try to sabotage you and be you. You know, you'd be surprised at, what people are jealous of, and you're just existing. That's why you got to be careful with who you have around you, man or woman. It's unfortunate, but it's true. You always got to use your discernment in life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's real weird. It's actually weird. And the thing is, like, I don't mind if you want to twin with me, if you want to actually communicate, like, hey, we should wear the same top. I'll be down with that. Or but you could tell when somebody's just like trying to like take on your life, take on your personality, take on how you look, you know what I'm saying? And they're not telling you, they're just kind of like studying you or being around you so that they can eventually basically turn into you or attempt to live like you. But it usually doesn't work for long because that's not their authentic self. And that's what people got to understand. When you're not yourself, eventually the real you is going to show anyways. Oh, yeah. That's that's a whole other thing too. Old ass women hating on younger girls is crazy. Like, bitch, are you mad that you didn't take care of yourself? uh, it's because they have none. They don't got a spark, so they feel like they gotta live like you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like influencers and stuff on live, like, or not on live. I don't know. It could be people who go on live too. But I don't even like to be perceived that often. There's rare occasion that I like to be seen and I'll show myself, right? But other than that, like, even with the glasses promotion I just got, I didn't really want to make a video because I got these glasses right here to promote. And at first I was like, yeah, awesome, right? Because the company Firmu emailed me and stuff. And now I'm like, I don't really want to, I don't care. I don't want people to be like, oh, I want to be like that. Because they will. And then they think they know you through a screen. And it's, what do they call it? Parasocial relationships. It's crazy. You got to be careful. And you don't understand it till you go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people act like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Just show the world this, to just show the world that. Like, no, people are crazy and will stalk you. Like, it's like, if you know, you know. Yeah. I've had people, God forbid they're watching right now, but this creepy ass guy email me when and I, if you've seen my car videos, I'm usually pretty fully covered most of the time. Even when I am fully covered, the dude would email me about my chest, overly overly sexualizing me in like fully clothed things. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you okay? You know that there's sites for what you're looking for, but I'm here reading cards. That's why I don't like to even show my face, because it's easier to not, because I don't want people to focus on what I look like. I want people to focus on the messages that I'm giving. You know, so yes, girl, this I blocked his email because it got like real creepy. It got real creepy. And usually, like right now, how we're chatting and stuff, I don't mind that. But don't be a creep. Don't be a weirdo to me, because that's where I have a problem. It's like, why are you jerking off to my tarot readings? Like, be for real. This is, people are crazy. Men are gross sometimes. Okay, but I need to mute this and then plug it up, just so for the last half hour, I could charge my phone. Okay, but I appreciate you. All right. I hope you have a great night. I gotta plug this in. So I think, yeah, we're at like 30%. All right, but it was nice talking to you, Amy. I'm not trying to butt you out, but I do have to plug it up. Okay. Thank you for being here. And keep in mind, if you want to be added to the list for, or not the list, but the raffle like we have here for October with all the names in here, you can email me. But like I said, it's not a requirement. On my channel, you're not forced to stay or, anything like that. You guys can come and go as you please, as you need me. Okay. All right. You have a great one. Thank you. You're welcome.